Yes, troops. What's going on? It's been a wee while. I've actually recorded like 3 YouTube videos, but then just didn't get around to editing it because it's been chaotic, absolutely chaotic couple of weeks. I can't find the microphone from here, so you're gonna have to deal with this for the time being. I might have to buy a new one, but what's happened? I'll go through a list of the problems and a list of the good things and a list of the bad things and bring you right up to date. So, we had the valuer out for Project Dustpan and the valuation went really well. We haven't had the valuation yet, but whilst he was on the valuation, or doing it, went to the bottom of the garden and found some fresh Japanese knotweed that sprouted up. He must have knew he was coming. It wasn't there when we purchased it. It wasn't there over the winter because apparently it dies over the winter, and it sprouted up like within the previous week. So we found that, and that might affect the mortgageability of the property. So we're having to get Japanese knotweed experts to assess it, and then put a schedule together, a plan together for them to spray it over the course of a few years, and then to get rid of it. And then you present that to the mortgage companies. Look, this is how we're dealing with it. We're on it. We're aware of it, and we're dealing with it. So that's that. That's one. Lovely. Let me think. I went to London to build my network down there because I've had a lot of I've sold a couple deals in the last week, right? Just finder's fees. So you find a deal, sell it to an investor, and they take care of the rest, right? So I've sold a couple of them, and it's primarily London-based investors who are developers. They know how to do the conveyancing and they know how to do the renovation, but they just don't have the time to come up here and find the deals and view the deals. So found them, sold them, but anyway, I went down to London to try and meet some more and also raise finance for my portfolio. Basically present the opportunity to them, look, give you up to 12% per year if you back the projects, if you want to invest in some of the projects that I'm doing for myself. And went to an event, fucking terrified. I was sweating buckets the whole time. Like, it was in a very bougie spot. Like, you could throw a stone and hit 10 Downing Street. Very bougie. But you know what? I was out of my comfort zone. I was fucking scared the whole time, but I spoke to people, built my network, and connected with a few people, and hopefully meeting up with them down the line, you know? Because if I went there to, okay, I'm going to raise 100 grand or I failed. Like, it's a beautiful bar to set, and I like setting big goals, but if I obviously didn't do that, and that would mean I would consider it as a failure. But my biggest success in it all was I got a suit, booked the event, drove all the way down, got the tube for 40 minutes, then walked to it, went in, and just went up to people and spoke to them. And for someone that's had like a bad history with anxiety, like, that's a fucking huge, that's a list of goals that I've hit. And it might lead to something, it might not, but I'm really proud of myself. And if you find yourself struggling going to networking events, getting out there, going in front of the camera, doing little bits like that, set all these goals, and like, I've just listed what, about 4 or 5 goals or something. Like, I'm proud of myself, man. I'm proud of myself. And yes, it's not the end goal, but all of these little goals lead up to the end one. Okay? Every ladder has a bunch of steps to get to the top, and that's just all those little steps. So, another big problem. I'm actually going to go Project Madagascar. I'm there in 3 minutes, so I'll wrap this up and then we'll take you around it. It's in Long Eaton, so I'm in Long Eaton right now, and the council have come out saying you're not allowed more than 3 amenities in 1 bedroom. So in the studio you have the cooking facilities or kitchen facilities, you have the bathroom facilities and sleeping facilities. So they've just come out with that, and we're having to change everything, and there's people at the end of the refurbs that have to change everything, and we're 3 weeks in. So it's a bit concerning. So I'm meeting the building just now, seeing what we can do. And the potential solution is not have the en-suites, have the off-suites, so shared bathrooms. And then that way there's 2 amenities in the bedroom instead of all 3. Or have tea stations instead of full-on kitchens. So that means basically you have the worktop and potentially a sink, no oven, no extractor fan, just a basic tea station. However, I am hearing through the grapevine that someone in the planning committee or council or fucking whatever have said you're not allowed to do that because that encourages cooking facilities. But I don't fucking think they're allowed to do that because that takes it too far. So I know a lot of people who are getting solicitors and stuff and taking them to the council, like it's getting way out of hand. But there's only so much. The thing is, like with councils, like a lot of them throw their opinions and act like it's the law, you know what I mean? Whereas, yes, okay, having like the 3 amenities thing, that's written and set in stone. But the tea station's a very grey area, so I want to see what we can do about that. If not, then we'll have the off suites, and we'll take it from there, man. But that's a few of the problems that have come up, and a few of the solutions. About to go around Project Madagascar, fucking see what's going on, man, because we don't want to affect the end value. If you take out the ensuite, that could reduce the rents per calendar month and it could drop the end value. But if you have a tea station and an ensuite, you can potentially keep the rents up and the end value. Okay? So it's about figuring out the best solution that works for the tenant, works for the investor, works for the builder, works for the budget, and works for the overall numbers. And that's just one problem. So yeah. Let's see what happens. Yes, team. So that was Project Madagascar. There was people there, boys doing work, and yeah, I don't really like shoving the camera in their face. As you know, I don't really like doing that. However, that one's been fully ripped out. The ground floor is ripped out, the first floor, all the floors are ripped out, stairs are ripped out, walls, everything. And the second floor, same again. And the second floor joists, basically the floor is being installed, which is nice. And the first floor is now being installed. So that's it. This is it, and that's that. A lot cracking on. I think they're going to crack on with the roof next to get the dormer on, because this weather, as you can see, it's good. So we want to make the most of it. Don't want to be waiting there. Here, boys. It's been a while since I've recorded, isn't it? Don't want to wait until it's rainy to do that. So I'm now at Project Brighton and solving a couple of problems that have come up. One of them is carpet vinyl. Where would you put the carpet? Where would you put the vinyl? Are you just going to start it there and have it across? Would you have it there and have it across? Would you have it there diagonally across? So what I'm proposing is just from that corner, because the bed's here, that corner to that corner, that's not even a corner, right there. And that's it, vinyl onwards, because the desk is going to be here. So if it's all in one place, rather than, because if we have it here, then it's split, carpet and vinyl, and the chair will be half on carpet, half on vinyl. It's tedious stuff, but this is part of it. This is what you deal with. This is a double ensuite. You can see it's all been whitewashed. Isn't that nice? Everything looking good. A lot of plastering's been going on. And to go down to the middle floor, 2 studios. Here, you've got the same issue, but look at this. The kitchen's there this time. So doing it diagonally across from there to here. Doing it diagonally across. So this is going to be carpet, that's going to be vinyl. You can't do it straight across because it'll split between the 2 doors if you want it 600mm from there. So it'll split between the 2 doors. If you have it there, then it's going to not be enough room for the desk and such, and it doesn't align up with this door. So it'd finish about here if you done it straight across. So just diagonal, you know? Same again here. Have this one straight across from there. The bed's going to be over here. And I think this is it, and that's that. So look at this. It's looking good. It's looking good. I wanted to fucking ramp up though. I'm wanting this one done soon. Wanting it done now. So I'm wanting this done in the next 3 weeks maximum. But you're seeing it. It's all coming together now. Let's go downstairs. See what's really going on. Downstairs has been done last because we had to store a lot of stuff downstairs. So it was really difficult getting it done. But plasterboard has been going on. All of it up there. Wiring, second fix. It's commenced. This is it, and that's that. You can see this is a double ensuite here. Tucked behind there is an ensuite. This is the kitchen communal. Pretty dark. I wish we put a window in there So if you can put a window in a kitchen communal, do that. And then again, we have the board there. So, well, meters. Here's the back door, the new back door, and this is the final double ensuite being plastered. The windows have gone in. The windows have gone in. Here's the ensuite, and it's quite narrow. Can't lie to you, it's quite narrow. This is where the bed's gonna go. Right. So that's what's happened here, Project Brighton. You can see things going on. We've got another project starting, hopefully, or completing legals in the next week or two. But the tenants, we're moving them out. The interesting thing about that is we're buying that off a landlord, and he's got a lot of HMOs. So he's offered the current tenants for this one that we're purchasing, and he's moving them into like one of his newly refurbished HMOs. So they've got a place to stay immediately, which is nice, which is really good. It's kind of like a win-win, you know. I don't want to be throwing out people on the street. But that's hopefully going to be complete next week, and then we'll have a refurb starting in a few weeks. That'll be interesting. But I've been away for a couple of weeks, and I've been posting on Instagram and stuff, but I've been really struggling, to be honest. Really struggling just on the mental side of things. Feeling anxious a lot lately, feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I feel like I'm doing too much, and I think I've narrowed it down to what it is. So, and this could help you. So when you get into property investment, you usually join a lot of groups. You go to a lot of networking events, and they'll have WhatsApp groups, and you'll join a lot of like communities and stuff, and then they'll have WhatsApp groups, and that's one of the things. This is one of the things, and I'll go on to the next thing. And basically you're in a lot of Facebook groups, you're in a lot of groups, maybe Instagram and stuff like that, and then you're trying to post on all these social medias and trying to keep up with everyone, trying to contribute to the groups, trying to, you know, make the most of each one. And then you find yourself after a while, this is me anyway, I find myself barely messaging in any of the groups because it was just, my phone just going ping, and I can't keep up with all the conversations and run a business and try and do my own portfolio. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. So I ended up contributing nothing, and basically I was getting overwhelmed because I was just not making the most of anything. So I was making the most of nothing. So it was like nothing was happening. So I decided to just leave a lot of groups and just dial in on like a couple, and then just basically contribute a lot and ask a lot and do a lot with these specific couple of groups, you know. So one of them, Freedom Warriors, highly recommend. The Property Club, highly recommend. There are a couple of groups that I'm in, or the Property UK Club, something like that. UK Property Club. It's really fucking good. Just a small knit group. But so that was overwhelming me, and basically doing my finder's fees deals and stuff like that. I'm doing those, project managing 4 or 5 deals at the same time. Still finding deals, still finding clients. Going down to London, doing my own thing, finding investors for my projects. If you want to be one, obviously fill out the form below if you like to back one of my projects. So what I'm saying is that you can take on a lot through the fear of missing out. It's called like FOMO. So you take on a lot, and then you realise you're taking on a bit too much. And then let's say you are doing your own deals and stuff, and you're doing your own business. Although like you niche down, you're like, this is exactly what I'm doing and this is the service I'm providing, you can still get a lot of traction and then start getting a lot of success, and then you start drowning in your own success, you know. And that's kind of what's happened, and it's like a problem, you know. It's like you don't complain about it, but it's fucking real. It's a real one, and I wish I was warned about it, you know. So what I'm doing now is just taking a step back, and I'm finishing these refurbs, and essentially I'm just going to be doing finders for people. So basically I find a deal for them that's going to hit all the criteria for all of this with the architectural drawings and stuff, and you know, they can have access to my power team, and I may even do the conveyancing, you know. That'll be like one of the high tiers of the package. But when it comes to the project management of renovations, I'd rather just stick to doing my renovations, doing them myself. And you know what? Listen, if someone offers me a stupid amount of money, I'll do it for them. However, I've got to prioritise why I came down here. I moved from Scotland to England to start my own portfolio, and I lost sight of that. I lost track of that. So I'm just getting back to what my original plan was, and I was starting my own portfolio. And it's a lot of hard decisions in that process, you know? A lot of hard decisions, but you're now going to see me. I know you've been technically watching it, I've been saying it a lot, but you're now going to see me fucking double down and really go for my own portfolio. So what's the plan? It might be doing a couple flips, you know, build up a pot of cash. Couple flips, couple harmless flips, because raising investor finance, throwing them right into HMO conversions, they may want to do that, and I don't see why not. But from my perspective, for me, I might just want to do a couple flips, build up a pot of cash, and then just park that cash. So if something went horrifically wrong in one of these HMO conversions, which can happen, then that pot of cash will save me, you know, be able to pay like additional works and such like that. So doing stuff like that, doing HMO conversions for myself, and basically de-risk it with buy-to-lets and down the line. So I'll get about 5 HMO conversions, 3 to 5 HMO conversions, and start doing buy-to-lets. This is it, and that's that. So, you know, classic, just brain dumping on you, but it's weird. Going through a lot. Like this morning I woke up feeling sick, I was that anxious, and clearly something's wrong. So I'm trying to work on it in real time, and you're seeing it in real time. And this isn't me complaining, you know, it's just me sharing with you that if you, on the most stupid chance ever, compare yourself to me, I said, just let you know, I feel the same shit as you do. I feel the same shit as you do. Like on Friday, I showed a guy around all of our projects, and we spent the day together. He reached out to me on Instagram. He was like, I love what you're doing, man. Like, I just want some advice. And I was like, mate, follow me, come around, do all my site visits with me, and I'll walk you through all of them. And he came to this one and all the others. And he is where I was 2 years ago. And I remember the feeling, and it genuinely gets me all emotional about how bad, how scary it was, how hard it was, you know, and it still is. But back then it was just 10 times worse. And I took him out for the day, and we helped each other. I helped him, and it was just a lovely day, and that made me feel better. So I think if you're in the position I am, you've got refurbs on the go, but you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling a bit anxious and you're not sure what to do, and you know, you start to doubt yourself. You start to think, do I actually know this information? Like, am I as good as I think I am? Or people keep saying that I know my stuff, but fucking hell, I actually don't know if I do. If all these doubts start creeping in and all this like fear starts creeping in, show someone around your projects. Go on a call with someone, and naturally they'll ask you questions, and then you'll know the answers, and then it'll restore a bit of confidence, plus you're helping someone. You know, it's a win-win. But if you're the other end of that, if you're someone at the start of your journey not knowing what to do, and you're scared, and you've been going at it for months, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. It's just, I don't know where to start. I don't know if I'm going down the wrong path. I'm spending thousands, and I don't know if I'm going down the wrong path. I just need someone to like steer me in the right direction and all that stuff. Like, reach out to someone. Do what that guy did on Instagram. He just reached out to me. Reach out to someone who's doing what you want to do and just ask them. I took it too far. I asked him to come around the sites. He couldn't believe it. But for me, it was a nice day out with someone. It was company, and I was able to help someone. Seeing the smile on his face put a big smile on mine. So I recommend it, man. That it restores your faith in all of this. It restores your confidence and reassures you that you're doing the right thing for the right people. So, bit of a rant there. But look, listen. Your boy has got a call with a client in 20 minutes, bit of a weekly catch up, updating them on what's going on, what's happening, and this is it, and that's that. I've got direct to vendor letters to write, and then I'm going to print them, and then I'm going to fucking post them. Your boy's going to get his own HMO portfolio. About time. So I might just give you that letter, like that PDF, and then there you go. There's a lead magnet from me to you. Right, I'll see you when I see you.